Alright, so let's start the IUPAC system of naming of the alkanes. Let's see how we can name alkane molecules according to the IUPAC system. The IUPAC system is a systematic system of naming of alkenes. It follows some rules. The name of the compound is chosen according to those rules. So we are going to study those rules. We are going to study those rules, and we are going to take examples so that we can better understand the rules used for naming of the alkanes. The first rule is that you select the longest continuous chain. As you are aware, the alkane molecules exist in the form of chains. The hydrocarbons tend to form long chains. The alkane molecules consist of carbon and hydrogen atoms. So the carbon atoms form chains. Therefore, first of all, we will select the longest continuous chain in the molecule. For example, this is a molecule in which there are 5 carbon atoms. These 5 carbon atoms are forming this chain. So we are going to select the longest continuous chain. Let's say there is another carbon atom here, and it is like this. So we have 2 chains here. This is the first chain, and this is the second chain. So this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it has got 5 carbon atoms, and this chain 1, 2, 3 and 4 has got 4 carbon atoms. So we are not going to take this chain, we are going to take the longest chain. That is the first rule. Now the second rule. Number the longest continuous chain from from this end or that end, but you have to do the numbering. You have to do the numbering from that end which is closer to the substituent. This is the substituent. We can either number the chain from this end or this end, but we will have to look for the substituent. This is the substituent. The substituent is attached at this carbon atom. So we are going to do the numbering from this end because the substituent is closer to this end. Therefore, this carbon will be our carbon 1 and this will be our carbon 5, and not the other way around. So number the longest chain from one end or the other so as to give the carbon carrying substituent the lowest possible number. Number the chain from end closer to the substituent. We can take an example here. CH3, CH, CH2, CH2, CH3. So we are going to do the numbering from here. Alright, this methyl is treated as the substituent. We will do the numbering right from here. This is a carbon chain. First of all, we will name the longest, number the longest continuous chain. Then we will do the numbering from that end which is closer to the substituent. Now the third rule. So the substituent is named along with its position by indicating the number of the carbon atom to which it is attached before the parent name. Now, third rule. The third rule says the position of the substituent is indicated by the number of the carbon atom to which it is attached. For example, if we have this, and we have a methyl group here, what we are going to do is we will select the longest continuous chain, then we will number from here, and this substituent will be given a name. Its position will be indicated to hyphen methyl and then the parent name. So the parent name is pent N. Number 4. When two or more substituents are attached, they are named in alphabetical order along with their position before the parent name. For example, if we have this molecule CH3, CH2, CH, CH, CH3, we have ethyl as well as methyl groups here. So number the chain from this end, and the substituents will be named in alphabetical order. So we have methyl group at position 2 and ethyl group at position 3, but E comes before M, so we are going to write the name of ethyl first. It is 3 ethyl 2 methyl pent N. Rule number 5. When the substituent is present more than once, if the substituent is present more than once, we will use the prefix di, tri, tetra, etc. to show the number of substituent. If there is a substituent that occurs 2 times, we will use the prefix di. If a substituent occurs 3 times, we will use the prefix tri. Like if we have CH3, CH2, CH, CH, CH3, CH3 and CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 3. So it is 2, 3 dimethyl pent N. Rule number 6. When two substituents are attached to the same carbon, the number of the carbon atom is repeated. For example, if we have CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, CH3, CH3. So the number of carbon atom is repeated. We have 3 dimethyl pentane. And the last rule, when there are more than one longest chains, select the chain which carries more substituent. For example, we have this CH3, CH2, CH, CH2 and CH3, CH, CH3, CH3. Let's take the example of this. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chain as well as this chain. So there is a competition between these two chains. We are going to select the chain which carries more substituent. If we take this chain, it has got only this substituent. But if we take this chain, then it has got 1 and 2 substituents. So we are going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This chain, its name is going to be 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. This is how the naming of these compounds is done. So I think this much is enough for today. We will study more in our next lesson. Thank you.